Well, a quilt can carry hundreds of years of history in it, and the Kentucky Historical Society has a new exhibit featuring a quilt with a unique story. Joining us here on Great Day Live is exhibit manager Liz Merman to tell us a little bit more about this unique history. And I mean, the quilts in general are just rich in history in Kentucky, and this one really combines the story of COVID in a quilt, which is hard to do.
Yeah.
It is very hard to do. Tell us about this exhibit.
COVID is such a complex topic to talk about. It can be kind of divisive, but when you're kind of collecting for recent history like this, it's important to remember the tragedy of the situation, but also kind of the joy that came out of it. And so this quilt really celebrates the community response to COVID during the shutdown of 2020.
It's called The Ties That Bind.
Ties That Bind, and it focuses on just the creative ways that people found to connect from a distance during the shutdown.
It's a beautiful, we can see parts of it coming together right there. And what story do you hope when people look at it that they see? Well, maybe, I feel like we see a little bit of part of ourselves in our own story.
Absolutely. One of the reasons why I love this quilt is because all of these quilters came together with scraps that they were already making face masks for their communities. So they took their fabric scraps and they brought it together to make this quilt, which is representative of their personal experiences and kind of all under this one story of COVID and the shutdown. We figured out there were so many things we could live without during COVID, but community was one thing we just could not escape from.
Clearly you had to have a lot of contributors to this quilt, right?
There are so many contributors to this quilt. Even the squares have multiple contributors.
Really?
Because it was
each little square?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It was leftover scraps from fabric, but it was just a great project for people who were isolating together during the shutdown to make this square. And each square represents a county in Kentucky.
Oh, wow.
So it was made in that county by someone from that county. So
to even add to the story is how it came into your possession, who it's on loan from.
Yes. So this was actually made as a gift for Andy Bashir as kind of a thank you for his COVID response and doing his daily briefings to kind of bring this normalcy to people's lives. Gina Hudson was the coordinator and managed this project, and Terry Smith, who's a professional quilter, brought the whole thing together. But they mailed their pieces. These people, most of them have never even met.
Oh my
It was
goodness.
Completely coordinated online from a distance.
Isn't that incredible?
Yeah.
And to see this beautiful outcome of what it turned into. And clearly the governor wants to share it with the state now.
Yes. Our hope is that this display will travel to every county in Kentucky.
Nice.
And we're actually scheduling that right now. So if anyone would be interested in hosting this display, you can find out more information on our website.
Absolutely.
history.ky.gov.
Could think of, from Jefferson County, Spencer, our whole viewing area, Franklin. So many different counties can host it if they have a place. Bullitt.
Yes.
Right? And where can they see the exhibit right now?
Right now you can see this quilt in our main gallery at the Kentucky Historical Society in historic downtown Frankfort. We're open on Tuesday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Beyond traveling, do you know where it might have a permanent home after its great big tour?
Well, probably at the governor's mansion with Andy.
Goes right back to its home where it came from.
We'll take care of it for as long as he wants us to.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful story. Liz, thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you for having me.
We appreciate it. If you would like to learn more about the Ties That Bind exhibit, visit history.ky.gov.